The same things that you have raised, that you need to be considered in public appointments, not only as MCAs, at any other level. There are young PSs today in this country. There are young CSs. There are young directors. This government must scout for leaders of various generations to ensure that there is a generational transition. Lastly, some of you asked me what the party will be doing. In the next few weeks, the party has already acquired a land to build what we call the UDA Political Academy, or the UDA Academy. We will start a syllabus, a curriculum that gives you that transition from the various aspects of leadership to national leadership. And some of you must come into that party and to use the words of the young people and occupy it so that we are able to displace those who have outlived their usefulness and their time. And therefore, when we start that academy will be a direct consequence of the Comrades chapter and other youth initiatives and other special interest groups, so that we respond to the desire to create a Kenya where we offer platforms for competitive leadership. And that's why I say, those of you who have been given the ladder to go up or socially move up political leadership must provide that ladder to others. The same way we were given that ladder many years ago, it is time now we extend it to those of you here to be able to climb up the ladder of political leadership and become presidents, ministers, governors, and other formations of this society from this Comrades chapter. Finally, I will transfer a lot of the technical questions back to these technical people. By the way, our engagements here is not a coincidence. We are here deliberately and intentionally. We are here to engage you, and as the moderators have said, we are willing to listen. We are a listening government. The President William Ruto is a listening president, and we have come here to harvest ideas for policy formulation. We have come here to ensure that all of us are able to participate in making sure that we create a country that is inclusive, both politically and economically. These agendas these professionals have talked about, policymakers and policy implementers, they have braved so that they can come in and correct the misinformation, so that they can give you the correct position about policy formulation and policy implementation. So I am very grateful to these great gentlemen who serve in various capacities in our government and our politics for having come here to be able to address some of these issues candidly, fairly, courageously, and in a manner that engages all of you to a very constructive engagement and conversation. Kwa hivyo tunataka tuwapigie makofi na tuwashukuru sana. I will speak towards the end of it, but there were a lot of political questions that were asked, and I thought it was necessary that we set the tone of why we are here and that this process is extremely fruitful, extremely constructive engagement, and that young man who's doing his master's from Nyandarua, politics has been monetized. We want to make sure that the politics of the country, by those of us like Cecily Mbarire, Aaron Cheriot, and others like myself, those who don't have money but have sufficient ideas, can get a platform that we move from the politicization of politics to ensure that politics is managed by policy and the character and substance of an individual. For those many words, moderator, I don't want to take your role, but I can see there were various questions asked on housing, on universal health care, on matters of education, and therefore I think we have a competent panel to respond to that. I can see Professor Maichuki and I were at Moi University at the same time. He was in the Faculty of Economics, I was in the Faculty of Law. We had the biggest strike ever in Moi University. Professor Machuki has made the right decisions. He's now a professor. I am a Secretary General. Kwa hayo mengi, Professor, you can take lead from there.
Thank you very much. Comrades power. I feel you. And the issues being raised here are very important. Let me pick those that I'll be able to address very quickly so that we move faster. Do not feel like the issues you are raising are not important. They are very important, and that is why we are here. One, there is an issue with regard to monetization of politics and societal mindset towards young people, or towards politics as it was put. Let me put it across this way. One of the issues around the better plan and one of the principles is democratization of the economy. That is one. Two, entrenching constitutionalism. And number three, transitioning from personal politics to issue-based politics. It is not something that is going to change overnight, and therefore, those of us who are here and have ambitions, please, one, understand the requirements of your constituency and come up with issues and advance your plan so that the party cannot come and pick you from the house. The party should get you in the market. You should be sellable. And therefore, how you articulate issues is important. We are moving from that culture of monetization of politics to issue-based politics. And I want to believe, Secretary General, there is a program of getting people, the young people, who articulate issues, and they are in the market. And that academy for the party that you are developing, it will be able to address that particular gap. That is one. Two, for noting that there must be congruence between university training and the labor market requirements. Our human capital development program is a very elaborate program. And among the issues that we have been able to deal with, if you have read the report by the presidential